Hey, Wisconsin, it's construction season, and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Carrie, where's Tori Lowe and Dr. Ken at? I'm trying to knock these commercials out.
How am I supposed to know, Sherwin?
Well, I'm about to do their parts because my impressions are on point anyway. This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon, and I want you to download the Truth app in the Google Play Store and Apple Store so you can never miss my show or any of the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Really, Kyle?
Sherwin, you are crazy.
Sherwin, your impression of me is horrible. Move. Give me my mic. I guess I'll just repeat what Sherwin said. Go to the Google Play Store or Apple Store to download the 1017 The Truth app today so you can take the home of Milwaukee Black Talk with you wherever you are.
Can't listen live? Download the new 1017 The Truth app on your smartphone today to catch up on all your favorite shows. Search 1017 The Truth on your Google Play Store or Apple App Store so you don't miss out on any of the action. You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with Associated Bank. Your money works here. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time! It's time! It's beta time!
You are watching a master at work.
Truth Nation, get ready for the greatest 60 minutes in radio, giving you his authentic and bold opinions, bringing you all the information, entertainment, and conversations you gotta hear. From local issues to trending topics and headline news, it is time for Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is your award-winning host, Kyle Wallace.
Surprise! Surprise! I am your cousin sub of the day, Homer Blow, the legendary Homer Blow, holding it down for, of course, Kyle Wallace, who is on assignment vacation, and we all need them. So welcome into Truth to Power, of course, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. Again, I am the legendary Homer Blow, your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub. I don't know if it's because I'm a DJ also. I don't know, but I'm a club sub. I like the club sub. And it's sponsored and brought to you by Cousin Subs. Again, wow. Where do I begin? I know where I want to begin. But the time just wouldn't permit me to really dive into it. So I have a sub-topic just to kind of like follow it up. But I definitely wanted to just bring up the Milwaukee man that's charged with sexually assaulting and abusing and trafficking and imprisoning girls as young as 5 for 5 years. But it was some real young girls that he had that he was abusing, and it was like going on for at least 5 years. The criminal complaint is 16 pages long. The criminal complaint is 16 pages long. And yeah, hashtag that part. Very disturbing. The details quite graphic. And, you know, there's a place for individuals like that, in my opinion, and it's called hell. It's called Annihilation Island. It really makes me continue to wish that we had the death penalty here in Wisconsin. And I know there's a difference of opinion, and a lot of people are like, nope, because they're going to just target us, and it's going to be all us. We the ones that's going to end up suffering and getting sentenced to, death and all of that. But I absolutely believe that there's some heinous acts of violence and crimes where it absolutely fits and it absolutely should apply. And that's just my thoughts and opinions on that. But yeah, this 64-year-old, and to know that he had been doing it for years, Milwaukee man is in jail accused of committing horrific sex crimes against children for several years. 64-year-old David Boyd is charged with 5 felonies. He's accused of sexually assaulting 2 young girls repeatedly over the course of many years, physically abusing them when they refused to comply, and chaining them in his basement. Like, he literally has chains. Like, for anybody that is familiar with, if you have to get your car towed and they take those big metal hooks and they end up, putting it on the metal brackets of your vehicle, or if they're about to pull your vehicle onto a flatbed tow truck, literally those type of big metal hooks is what he had in his basement that he would literally chain these girls to punish them, amongst the other horrific things that he sent these girls through. And like I say, yeah, it wouldn't do you well to be trying to eat lunch and hearing the descriptions inside of this criminal complaint. Like I say, 16-page criminal complaint. I will not have time to read it because, like I say, I'd still be trying to read it and the show would be over with, especially as we take care of our bills and things of that nature. So, but I do want to get your thoughts. And how do some people like this get to live amongst us and nobody knows? Nobody knows. They talked about how with most of the neighbors, they said, like, you never would think something like this would happen right next door to your house. And it's so many that are saying that they had no clue. And this was going on for years. It was going on for years. And his neighbors and the people that were saying that we know him and this, that, and the other, they said they had no clue. And that's crazy to me. That is extremely wild to know and to learn and find out that there's prisoners for years and nobody. And this kind of goes to where I say, like, what happened to the neighborly love? And we just got people to stay next door. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the neighborhood. It's just people have adapted to the hood, and that's just it. Like, it's the hood. And the hood, as I've said before, and I will continue to say, that's not a good connotation to me. Because when you think of, unfortunately, the hood, you think of all bad things. That's going to happen in the hood. That's going to happen in the hood. What you think, man? You in the hood. You went to the store in the hood. Man, they was over there wilding by the store. You in the hood. What you expect? So it's like, why do we just embrace that so much? Like, it's a great thing to say you're in the hood instead of saying in my neighborhood, in my community. We just, it's a lot of people that adapt to the negative connotations. And when you adapt to that, it's like everything that comes along with it, it's like it's acceptable. So even if you want to say, well, no, that ain't cool, bro. It ain't cool. But it's like, y'all accept it. Another thing, the shootings that are taking place. We've had just last night on 27th and Locust, there was a major shootout. Over 100 shots fired. Over 100 shots fired. And we ain't even what I would say, I use more colorful language, but we ain't even ninja hot yet, where the temperatures are going to be hot on a daily basis. We ain't even there yet. We are not there yet. And we're hearing about a lot of shootings like this. And that's crazy. That is terrible. Again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017, Truth Talk text line. On our YouTube page, again, make sure you go and check us out and make sure you like and subscribe when you're there. Kawanda Dukes, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Venus Jones, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Sis Star Lorena Star Marie, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Lucretia Mason, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Sincere Ronnie Ray Rio. Great afternoon, brother. I love you. I appreciate you. Mao the Elephant. Great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Yes, Homer Blow, the cousin sub of the day. The legendary Homer Blow is the cousin sub of the day, sponsored by Cousin Sub. Mao the Elephant said Fast and Furious started too. They were going 100 on a 35 speed limit street. Yeah, that part. It's crazy. And like I say, we are not what I call ninja hot yet because, you know, we have an off and on. Like one day it's you going to catch a cold. The next day you need to wear shorts and tank tops and all of that kind of stuff. And then you got a rainstorm and then you got tornado warnings. You got all of this craziness that is taking place. And again, we haven't had our continued warm spell, which is coming. But I'm just talking about all of the social media posts that you'll see. Man, they just let off 60 shots over here where I live at. And other people confirming, saying, yeah, I just heard them. I heard this. I heard that. The 27th and Locust, so many people were posting on social media talking about, man, they just let off. Did y'all hear that? Yeah, I just got down in my house and things to that nature. It's so much going on that law enforcement doesn't even have a fair chance or opportunity to try to even address all of the craziness that is going on. And then we don't talk to each other. How about that? How about you didn't know that there was a 64-year-old monster pedophile, just rapist, just for years. And this happens, in my opinion, when people don't get involved and people I just mind my business. I made it safe. I'm good. I made it safe. Vincent Wheaton, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. Genocide Dino. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Again, it's a lot. So how do you feel? I mean, do you have neighbors? I guess that's one thing as it relates to this David Boyd situation, who has now been arrested and charged, and it's a 16-page criminal complaint, very disturbing 16-page criminal complaint, charged with sexually assaulting and abusing and trafficking and imprisoning girls young as 5 for years. Young as 5 now. Young as 5. For years. And all of the people around him, we didn't know. We had no clue. And just looking at the pictures that are included in the stories on news stations' pages and the ones that are included, which are a few more, on the actual criminal complaint, the stench that had to be coming from that house. And again, well, it's the hood. I guarantee you, unfortunately, that people said it's the hood. And that's how they looked at it. So it wasn't a big deal. Got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, we'll be talking about, and I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you know your neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Do you know your neighbors? How about that? Can you pass the neighbor test? A lot of people can't pass the neighbor test, but those of you who can, then you have a neighborhood, in my opinion. Again, 833-212-1017, Truth Talk text line. Stream us live on YouTube and X at 101.7 The Truth. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth to Power with your legendary home blow, the cousin sub of the day. I am the cousin sub of the day, sponsored by Cousin Subs on award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We'll be back.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need
the $100 hookup.
This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, tie, and shoes, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the
$100 hookup.
And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavanis.com.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
We're black. Welcome to Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow. And, of course, I'm your Cousin Sub of the day, sponsored by Cousin Subs, in for Kyle Wallace, who is on assignment. I can tell you what this assignment is. It's called vacation. And you all need to take one. You all need to take one. I'm just saying. So, again, Home Blow. We are talking about a few of the things that are going on. One, I don't know to say if I don't know how it can't be reported, but they can't report all of the shootings that actually take place. And I know USFIR is usually pretty good about that, but they didn't even have it on their site. But the people who lived in the area, they were all over social media talking about, do y'all hear this massive shootout that is happening here on 27th and Locust? I guess we can say that no one was hit, maybe? No, I don't think I can say that. I think I just have to say no one died. Because unfortunately, one of the things that I learned about some of these situations, some of these people do not go to the hospital.
You said this happened on 12th and Locust?
27th and Locust.
Oh.
27th and Locust. Yeah. The people that live in that area that were, when the one woman put the post up, she's a chef. And other people that lived in the area was like, yeah, girl, I just had to get down. I had to get my kids down. It's crazy over here. Right? And, and I'm like, unfortunately, I see a lot of posts like that where, some people may take a little video clip. There wasn't a video clip of this particular situation, but it was enough people that lived in the area that were confirming that, yeah, it was just a massive shootout over there on 27th and Locust. That was last night. And there's a lot, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot that is going on, and it's crazy. So again, if you'd like to give your thoughts and opinions on that, as well as I'm speaking about the David Boyd, who has been arrested and charged now with just the sickness, like the demented things that he did to these girls. And for years, again, that's the story that's, Milwaukee man charged with sexually assaulting, abusing, trafficking, and imprisoning girls as young as 5 for years in his home here in Milwaukee. I'm going to go to the lines right now. Again, is this my friend? Is this my brother, Al from Milwaukee? You are on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your thoughts or opinions on this?
Well, what I was going to say, a lot of times, we do know our neighbors, but most neighbor knows what goes on. They can tell you who come to your house, who leave your house, who been to your house at midnight, and who left at 5:30 in the morning. So somebody sees something. If anybody got Ring doorbells and you want to really see how they talk and throw some dirt, just go to the comments of the Ring doorbells. They have license plates. Mm-hmm. They have full descriptions. Some people just don't get involved. And a lot of times when things be going on with little kids, some of them people in them neighborhoods be kind of having their hand in that cast iron skillet till they get clean. That's why sometimes you got to season the pot, because they put too much cornmeal with the flour and now it's starting to stick to the bottom of the cast iron skillet. So I'm just going to leave y'all with that. But somebody sees something, but everybody just laying low. It's almost like this, Homer. Mm-hmm. Your house get broken into.
Right.
They don't tell you who took your washer and dryer, but the person who say they don't know nothing bought it on the street for $20 and they washing all them raggedy clothes on delicates. And the whole time your TV and your washer and dryer be right in their basement.
That part.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right, I love you. I appreciate you.
Take care.
Yeah. Like that part. That's a sad reality. That's a sad reality. Epic Move Studio. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you on the YouTube page. Say, Homer, give us some solutions to what you see is going on in the community. I know it's so much, but could most of this be related to diet and lack of proper nutrition and lack of cognitive development? I give solutions all the time. If people follow them, enough people follow them, that is always the thing. But we'll get with that. Let me get ready to go to the lines. We got Winky Blue. Winky Blue, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your thoughts and opinions on this?
Hey, what's going on, Homer?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
A couple of days ago, you were talking about, or that might have been last week, you were asking for solutions on what's
Yes, sir.
Going on.
It was last week.
You called in with a complaint. I mean, everybody got a complaint.
Right.
But in reality, my man, if we just threaten them or send a couple of them over there to that El Salvador prison, okay, and they knew they was going to the El Salvador prison, a whole lot of this stuff would stop, man. And you know something? That 27th and Locust, Homer, this one got a little rougher with the guns. But in reality, that's where you come from.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it ain't nothing new to you. You know what I'm saying? But besides, it's a lot more gunplay than it was back in them days. But that's what
Yes,
but anyway, man, I just called in to say that a solution is send them to the El Salvador penitentiary, and that would stop the little kids, the young boys, when they realize they going over there and ain't no visits and ain't none of that.
Yes, sir.
And the whole thing changed.
Yeah,
so
I believe that.
That's my solution.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's my solution.
I tell people, thank you very much, Winky Blue. I love you, bro. Appreciate you. But I've said that oftentimes, like if they had to go to some of these Mexican prisons, where it ain't no problem with the rats and everything else living with you while you're there. You getting bit, and you be like, hey, I just got bit by a rat. You shouldn't have been in prison. Shouldn't have been in prison. So, yeah, that kind of stuff happens a lot. And I believe that those are the things. Also, if they want to fight, go send them to a third world country where the children also have AR-15s and all of that. And you thinking that, oh, look at the nice little kid, and he ready to take you and your whole family out. And with that, we go to the phone line, 833-212-1017. Al from Sherman Park, great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your thoughts, comments, and opinions?
Hey, how you doing, Homer?
I'm blessed.
It's been a good decade, almost 20 years since I would travel through those streets, 27th, 24th. It got so bad when I was taking a class over on the east side at UWM, and I live on the west side. I could easily go down Locust Street all the way. I wouldn't. I'd go around, try to take the freeway,
right,
94 over to the east, just so I didn't have to, or go down.
Sad. It's
fine. Just to avoid those streets, because I knew they have shootouts over there. But the defund the police movement didn't help. It just basically told people that, okay, we really didn't want to get serious with the violent crime. We want to let criminals do what they want to do. And then you got the white liberals talking about, oh, they grew up poor. They have no choice but to do these things. No. We've been poor for a long time, as long as I've been black, and we didn't always do these things to the height and ridiculousness that it is now. And people know what's going on. Our neighbors, I talk to the homeowners. We watch the houses, the ones with the renters that come and move every year. We watch those houses. We talk about them. We got cameras, and so when the police come by, we give them the footage. We keep it on the low. And if you got there was one house, a couple of drug houses in the neighborhood got raided by the police and FBI, but we keep it on the low. We got our cameras on watch and aimed at certain houses, so they can act fool all they want to, but we know
that part, and it's so real, man. Like and I'm born and raised in the inner city, and it's like I will go on and add that extra 5 to 10 minutes on my drive, man, just so I don't have to get caught up. But now the terrible thing, Al, that's added into that is the freeways have so many shootings now. So it's like where normally you'd be able to say, okay, I'm good. And it's like, yeah, not on the freeway. Freeway seems like it gets shut down once or twice a week because of a shooting.
Yeah, we just got to stop. We just got to stop normalizing and poo-pooing it and saying that people are the violent criminals are victims of their culture. No, they don't have to do the things that they are doing, and we just need to take a harder approach and maybe shipping them out of the country to El Salvador prisoners.
Yes, sir.
Prisons as contracted prisons, because we used to have contracted prisons where we ship people to Texas. Why can't we ship them to El Salvador?
That part, I agree. Thank you, Al. Yeah, so you and Winky Blue, y'all thinking like I am. I got to get ready to take care of some bills. Again, I definitely want to hear from you. Again, the number to call in, 833-212-1017. What are some things, do you know your neighbors? Do you think you could pass the neighbor test? And that's what I wanted to give to them. I'll do it, and then y'all know what I'm looking for when I say the neighbor test, if you know your neighbors or not, because a lot of people don't. If you do, that is a great thing, because that is the era that I came up in, that it was important. So I carry it on now in my adult life. You feel what I'm saying? And I can pass the neighborhood test, or the neighbor test, as I like to call it. Again, the number 833-212-1017. Stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. We'll have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth to Power with the legendary Homer Blow. I'm your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub. On the award-winning 1017 The Truth, we'll be black.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe loyalty is never a one-way street, so we love finding new ways to say thank you to our customers. This is why we're hosting Us Days again. It's our exclusive in-store event to celebrate you, our loyal customers, with unique offers for everyone. Visit our stores during Us Days until April 23rd to take advantage of offers up to $1,200 off of any smartphone and up to $500 off of any tablet. This is the perfect time to upgrade. Come into any U.S. Cellular store for more details. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
We Energies want you to keep this important safety message in mind. Before you start digging, planting, or landscaping on your property, call 811 to have underground utilities marked. Calling 811 at least 3 business days before you plan to dig will help you know what's below and can prevent a hazardous situation. Our representatives will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. There's lots of buzz surrounding the draft, but you won't find one seeping through Pella's windows and doors. In fact, you should make Pella your #1 pick because right now you can take advantage of no interest financing options or free glass upgrades as long as you order by April 30th. Make a statement by adding Pella's architectural interest inside and out with maximum design flexibility. Their talented designers and installers can match your unique home through dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Along with durable and distinguished details, all Pella products stand the test of time, which is why they confidently offer the best wood warranty in the industry. Don't miss out on no interest financing options or free glass upgrades at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Certain restrictions apply, and the deal ends April 30th, so place your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/thereason to get started.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth, powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snibe. The Milwaukee Bucks will take on the Indiana Pacers tonight in Game 5. The Bucks down 3 games to 1. They'll have to be without guard Damian Lillard, as ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania confirming an Achilles tear for the Bucks guard.
For Damian Lillard, this is going to be a tough hill climb for him, but he's going to get through it. But for the Bucks as an organization, this is really crippling because Damian Lillard is set to make almost $60 million next season.
Over to the Diamond, where the Milwaukee Brewers season-long road trip continues on as they are in Chicago to take on the White Sox tonight. The 14-15 Brewers with a first pitch set for 6:40 against Chicago. Freddie Peralta slated to get the start for the Brew Crew. And lastly, back over to the NBA as the Cavs are moving on in the playoffs as they beat the Heat 138-83 for the 4-game sweep. And the Warriors taking a 3-1 lead over the Rockets with a 109-106 win on Monday night. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of Truth to Power is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in
Nation
this
neighborhood, Troop Nation neighborhood. Are you fine? Are you fine? Milwaukee, the time is almost here. We have been entering Truth fans into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway for the last 3 months. And this Friday, we finally pick our one call. That's all $5,000 giveaway. And, of course, your winner. We're going to find out who's going to win. Be sure to tune in to the Tory Lowe Show this Friday so you do not miss your call. Because if you do, we will go to the next caller until we find our $5,000 winner. Again, that is the Big Gruber 5K giveaway this Friday on the Tory Lowe Show on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee's Black Talk. Welcome, Black, to Truth to Power on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home of Blow. I am your cousin's sub of the day, sponsored by Cousin Subs, and for Kyle Wallace, who is on assignment, and that assignment is called vacation. Everybody needs one. So again, we're talking about a couple of things. One, with the violence of the shooting and some of the unreported shootings. Well, you don't hear about it on the news. So every time that somebody may let off gunshots, you don't just hear about it in the news, no matter how many people say, oh, well, that's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. It's a lot of unreported shootings as far as it relates to being in the news, where the news media comes and stops here and films this and films that. So it's a lot of that going on. Then you got people that are living right next to monsters, pedophiles, just rapists, and nobody knew. Nobody knew. I didn't appear like that kind of person and this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, you got these girls who are being chained up and just other horrific things that were done to them, as well as being trafficked. And he gets to do this for years, and nobody was paying attention. So want to know, one, do you know your neighbors? You want to take the neighbor test? Can you pass the neighbor test? A lot of people have taken my neighbor tests, and some pass, but there are more who fail. Some pass, but there are more who fail. And just give your thoughts and opinions on what can we do to kind of change this narrative. What can we do to get these guns off the street so we don't have to hear about all of these shootings? We don't have to hear about the people who are being shot. We don't have to hear about a bunch of homicides, because we are not ninja hot yet. We are not even ninja hot yet. And we're already seeing and hearing the different shootouts that are taking place in the community. And instead of just trying to handle it sensibly and logically and reasonably, no, they want to go ahead and pull out a gun, and they got switches on the guns, which are putting more and more people in harm's way, because they are letting off massive amount of gunshots at one time. And it's not only one person that has a gun. There's several people that have guns, and that's what creates these situations where you have a lot of gunshots being let off in different communities here in my city. Let's see. Mild Elephant said, prison in El Salvador. So are we just going to keep sending things to other countries instead of fixing our structures here? Well, let me just say this, Mild Elephant. In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, for those people who may feel that way, in the United States, we have humane correctional facilities. So that's the big difference. So you get to complain about this, you get to complain about that, and then the community comes out and rallies and says, yes, they shouldn't have to have this. They shouldn't have to be on the floor. They shouldn't have to. They need this and they need that. Well, in El Salvador, you are truly treated like the criminal that you are. All that, you ain't playing no dominoes. You ain't playing no bones. You ain't able to watch Love and Hip Hop. You ain't able to watch all this, trash, the baddies and all of that. You ain't able to do all that. You not able to, TV where? You ain't able to cook in your cell. You ain't able to do all these crazy things that you are able to do. You ain't able to order bonbons and all of that and have your own little store. You ain't able to do none of that. Prison is prison. So that makes it where it's like, you know what? What I don't want to do is go back to that place. But when you got places that like, okay, you're human and we got to treat you. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I get it. So yeah, I agree. I agree with the El Salvador and some of those other prisons that you go to prison and you don't want to go black. When you get out, oh, you ain't waiting to go black. Like here, the recidivism rate is so high sometimes. You ain't trying to go black. You don't want to go see your friend. None of that. None of that. But here, again, because we're humane and, everybody is human and they deserve this and they deserve that. And so we can't do this and we can't do that. Those rules are out the window. To the windows, to the walls. Forget all them other laws. They ain't got to make sure you got clean drinking water. We talking about, well, the water was cut off in the cell. That was unfair. And they're like, listen, what water? I'm just saying. So, when it comes to certain situations like that, I'm just saying you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. Mount Elephant said, well, let's make it harsher here. The same can be said about guns. Everyone wants to exercise their Second Amendment right, yet people keep dying. Well, again, the fight is with our own communities, Mal. That's what you got to understand. You got to understand the fight, it ain't even other people, because if they could enact harsher penalties, oh, they would. I don't know if you've seen the latest thing that the Orange Man has brought out. Maybe we'll talk about it on tomorrow. That with the harsher punishments and all of that, the Orange Man has actually created something that he's putting into place that will create harsher penalties and punishments. But it's so many people, in my opinion, that I've been able to bear witness to it because of what I do and being in the community and the community type person, that we fight against us. We the ones that don't want to see it happen. We don't want to see them get longer prison sentences. Oh, no, we need to come up with an alternative so they don't have to be in prison. But these become habitual criminality repeaters, but we're still saying, well, they just need this. They need some milk. They need some milk. Well, most of us can't tolerate whole milk. And they don't like skim milk. So what we going to do? We going to go to the phone lines. We got James from Milwaukee. Welcome to Truth to Power. Welcome to 101.7 The Truth, the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your thoughts or opinions, bro?
Great afternoon to you too, sir. I feel the same way you feel about the prisons. It's kind of crazy when you see guys back in the days when I was growing up, and the guy brag about being revocated. Brag about it. Right. And man, when I was in it, like you said, man, in my soups and stuff, like, I think our jails and prisons are making it a little too much comfortable for them. At the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And then on the other hand, I think that, I don't think we're really doing any real rehabilitation either for that much. As far as, like, I guess maybe giving the guy the tools to do something with once they get out of prison and stuff like that as well.
Right. Absolutely. And James, the crazy thing is there's so many black organizations that understand, the transitional phases that happen when you have been used to being in prison for so long that you're not familiar with some of the new things. And we got organizations, we got people that fight to have these type of things. But in my opinion, not enough. Go to those places and use the resources. They've got the mental health counseling so you can transition black into civilian life, being out on the street, how to get you a home or, get you someplace to stay so you don't end up reverting black to some of the same things that may have put you in prison in the first place. But we gotta, like when I say help me to help you, we gotta utilize those things. And unfortunately, James, a lot of times these people are not utilizing the things that we got. And now this Orange Man in office for the next 4 years, he's showing you, I will take even those organizations' funding away. I'm not trying to let them do that. So now where do you think our crime and homicides and all that is going to go? Through the roof.
Yeah, it's definitely going to go up. Yes, thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. Love you and appreciate you, James. DVT Trailblazers on the YouTube page. Great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, I totally agree with you, Homer. And this is coming from a guy who been to prison. Keep up the good work. Real talk. Going to go back to the Truth Talk text lines. Oh, I got to take care of some bills, don't I? Time to take care of Okay, all right. So I'm going to go to the line. We're going to go to the Truth Talk text line. Sandra from Milwaukee, welcome to the award-winning 1017 The Truth on Truth to Power. Great afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your thoughts or opinions?
Okay. All right, thanks. Okay, my opinion is, it seems like to me up in the state of Wisconsin, they have so many black people in prison, and I think it's a genocide. And I think if we don't work on our people, that we're going to be extinct. And I think the only ones going to be left is maybe the rich ones, but then they're going to have to fight for themselves. They got money, but I'm sure they got passes to leave the United States. Because, in fact, they offshore their money over there, too. So I can speak of a mother. My son just died in Waupun. They found him on the floor dead. He had been up there 22 years. He got the strictest sentence you ever thought a person would get. He got 60 years. He did not kill nobody. He did not, like the Orange Man with Epstein. He did not do none of that. We got a Orange Man. He's a felon, and he's up there trying to tell us how he's going to make sure we all go to prison.
Right.
Well, and that's my problem. I want, if you do the crime, we're saying you do the crime, do the time. My son did well over more of his time. And then they're going to call me and tell me he's dead and he's on the floor dead. And then on top of that, he would call me. He said, Mama, they treated me wrong up here. He said, they are wrong. They kept him 20 years in a solitary confinement. And then they sent him to Bosco Bell. One man. Bosco Bell is a high crime area.
Yeah.
Now you're going to chain one man
Supermax.
to the jail.
Yep.
And what is he going to do? You know, we got to start thinking and read into this stuff, because I don't want all our black men to carry this stuff forward. They got the private prison. Now they're talking about El Salvador. I saw the documentary on that. I don't even think they get the 1 day a month out of the jail cell.
Yeah. Yep. It's definitely something that you don't want to end up having to be involved in or getting caught up in. But like I say, we got to do our part. You know, oftentimes I hear people say, you know, well, man, they set us up to fail. Okay, when we talk about the people that don't have the knowledge, it's like, okay, so you know that they're setting us up to fail. And it's like people will admit that. And I'm talking about criminals or whatever. They will admit those things, but then still do the things that they already know. So who knows the game plan and then still does the opposite? So they've given you Zach help. How do you do that?
Hey, they got the complexion for the connection.
Man. Let me go and take this break, man. Listen, the True Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Stream us live on YouTube and X at 1017 The Truth. We will have more conversation on the other side. This is Truth to Power with the legendary Home Blow, the Cousin Sub of the Day, sponsored by Cousin Sub on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I'll be black.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Start jamming in the morning and get your daily drop of juice.
Juice gets you hydrated and started for your day. And that's what we plan to do from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Every single morning, we're going to be keeping you in the mix, talking about everything you care about all before 9 a.m.
So wipe that crust out your eyes and get ready for jamming with juice.
Turning your mornings into your favorite part of the day.
Get that stank breath out of here. Brush your teeth.
It's it, bro. Like, what? Catch Jammin' with Juice
from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Milwaukee.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
Need to look sharp for graduation? You need
the $100 hookup.
Want to get decked out for prom? Get the
$100 hookup.
An incredible deal that includes a marvelous suit, shirt, tie, shoes, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the
$100 hookup.
And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavanis.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth to Power on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Mr. Glock. Yeah. Money on my mind. What the f you thought? Hopping out that Maybach truck, my pockets on Rick Ross. I get it if I want it, don't care about the cost. I'm married to the money, I had to put these on pause. Yeah, big money.
We're black. Again, welcome to Truth to Power on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. I am the legendary Home Blow, your cousin sub of the day. I'm a club sub, brought to you by and sponsored by Cousin Sub. Doctor, of course. Shout out to Kyle Wallace, who was on assignment. That's called vacation. He's on assignment, but he's on vacation, and that's a great assignment to have. You know, Brother Z, when do you get your assignment?
Oh, I'm notorious for not taking those and losing out on
funds.
That PTO.
Okay. All right. Well, let me just say, you don't burn yourself out now. You're going to learn today. But I get it. But, man, listen, I take time for Home Blow. I take time for me. It's very, very important. And especially if you do the kind of work that myself, Tori Lowe, Sherwin Hughes, Dr. Ken Harris, I'm sure with Jamming with Juice, when you're doing that other work, you have to, in my opinion, it's like it's mandatory that you take some time, because you can burn yourself out. Because if we wait for the people to give us a break, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And then you're going to get to that point to whereas now you're sick. You catch COVID or some of these other noroviruses that are going around, and now you're forced to take time off. But it's not the time that you get to enjoy yourself. I'd rather know that if I'm taking time off, that I'm getting to enjoy myself. I'm getting a chance to recharge my mental. You get what I'm saying? Because I know the importance of mental health. And I know that there are some people that if they can use you till there is nothing left to use, they will. And when you're not there anymore, they just going to go to the next one. It's on to the next one, on to the next one. It's like, look, all this stuff that's going on, it'll be here when I get done. It'll be here after I go recharge myself. Everybody needs a recharge, and battery's only going to last so long. And you have to make sure that you recharge yourself to keep you motivated, because there's a lot of things while you're doing this kind of work, in my opinion, that can frustrate you and make you say, you know what? Is it worth it? Do they care? Do they really give a damn? You feel what I'm saying? Do they really give a damn? And it'll make you be like, you know what, I'm going to do like a lot of my friends have done, and I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I ain't got time. I'm going somewhere else where the work and the motivation can be appreciated and reciprocated in return, and people are thankful and grateful instead of arguing and trying to cuss you out. And all you were trying to do was help to the best of your ability. So, yeah, vacations, some recharge time is very necessary, in my opinion. Very, very necessary. Felix C., the second, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, bring in on the YouTube page, said, bring in the National Guard and enforce a curfew. Mild Elephant said, facts, the cousin sub of the day. Once you are gone, they are on to the next one before your body gets cold. That's real talk. That's unfortunate truth. That's unfortunate truth. Let's see. Aramore Thomas, great afternoon. Love you. Appreciate you on the Truth Talk text line. Said, many of us Black Americans have been numb to some of the nonsense that's happening in our neighborhoods like it's normal until one of your own has been killed. Right. And I tell people, in my opinion, Aramore, that we can admit that it is common, but once you buy into that it's normal, then you feel like there's no need to correct it. You feel like there's no correcting it. Once you say it's normal, then what is it to fix? If you buy into that we just got to live around violence, we just got to live around criminals, we just got to live around all of this foolishness and all of that, and you say, well, No, you can live places where you ain't got to hear gunshots every night. You can live places where you know your neighbors. And that's why I say with the neighbor test, and I know we're not going to have time to get to it, but for those of you who are tuned in, Truth Nation, just give yourself the neighbor test. Give yourself the neighbor test. I could put Zach on the spot. I could give him the neighbor test.
I don't know my neighbors, so I'm going to just say it right now. Next.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so you prove my point then, basically.
Yeah, I live in the hood.
Yeah, so okay. Listen, but that's why it's even more important.
There was just a chase through the neighborhood the other day.
Yeah, see,
and then they had somebody like pulled over, but then there was another squad car like in front of it, so that they couldn't like drive away.
See. Yeah, man, listen. Venus Jones said, Humber's absolutely right. I used to work 70 hours a week. It took a good friend having a talk with me to realize I needed to take care of myself mentally, emotionally, and physically. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know I'm coming to a close, but the neighbor test, people, just so you can do it, take it yourself, give it to some of your friends, ask them, do they know the names and phone numbers of the neighbors that live, barring the fact if you live on a corner, 3 houses to your left and 3 houses to your right on both sides of the street. Do you know all of the people in your apartment complex? Do you know the people that live next to you 2 and 3 doors down in your townhouse? Do you know who your alderperson is? Do you know who your county supervisor is? Do you know who your state representative is? And I'm just telling you, you are going to be shocked, but you shouldn't be, of how many people that's going to say no. And of course, in the hood, you know, you got a neighbor that was there for just 30 days and they got evicted. But listen, y'all, I got to get ready to hang it up. It is my honor and pleasure. I'll be blessed to be black in the studio holding it down for Kyle Wallace, who is on assignment with Truth to Power. I'll be joined by Damian Elzy. So again, if nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you. And please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the afternoon, evening, night, early morning. I love you. I love you. So if nobody else does, I do. Holla black.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community.